What if everything you knew about human progress began with the simple act of planting a seed? It starts with the Neolithic Revolution, a term used to describe the shift from hunter-gatherer lifestyle to farming, from never knowing how to get your next meal to watching it grow right before you. Let's zoom in on a critical area known as the Fertile Crescent. Early agriculture took off in modern-day Iraq to parts of Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. Here, the climate was perfect for growing crops like wheat and barley. People started to settle down, cultivating these grains and domesticating animals like goats and sheep. The most fascinating aspect is that while some groups were settling into agriculture, others continued to hunt and gather in the more remote regions of Europe. Jericho, one of the world's oldest cities, emerged from this agricultural revolution. Imagine a small tribe evolving into a thriving community filled with homes, trade, and social gatherings. This was the first step towards the cities we know today. So, what sparked the emergence of these early civilizations? Was it climate change at the end of the last age that forced humans to adapt for survival? Or did a fundamental shift occur within humanity itself, driving the rapid adoption of agriculture and the birth of urban society? These intriguing questions still fuel debate among archaeologists today. The answers could redefine our understanding of how we transitioned from hunter-gatherers to the architects of complex societies. Mysteriously, agriculture sprang up independently in at least 6 regions around the globe. In Southeast Asia, farming took root along the Yangtze River around 7000 BC, just as agricultural settlements were flourishing along the Nile in Egypt. Fast forward 2,000 years, and similar innovations emerged in Central and South America. Each civilization developed unique farming methods, shaped by their local wildlife and crops. How fascinating is it that diverse societies all discovered the power of agriculture on their own? In regions like Egypt and China, early farmers successfully domesticated large herd animals such as wild cattle, pigs, sheep, and water buffalo. Meanwhile, South America faced a different reality, with few large animals available. Instead, they thrived by cultivating vital crops like beans, squash, and maize. This contrast highlights the ingenuity of diverse cultures in meeting their nutritional needs, each adapting uniquely to their environment. Now, let's journey to the Middle East, home to the earliest evidence of crop cultivation, animal domestication, and permanent settlements. This region played a pivotal role in shaping human civilization, where innovative farming practices and the domestication of animals laid the groundwork for societies that would change the course of history forever. Early humans began selectively breeding animals for desirable traits, resulting in domesticated pigs that looked drastically different from their wild boar ancestors. While wild boars sport tough, rugged fur to protect against predators and harsh environments, domesticated pigs have softer coats, bred in the safety of captivity. This transformation reflects how human intervention shaped the characteristics of animals, making them more suited for life alongside people. The same process occurred with plants like wheat and barley. Early humans selectively bred them for larger grains and easier harvesting, improving crop yields and making farming more efficient. The invention of irrigation and farming tools supercharged the agricultural revolution, changing the game for early societies. With these advancements, humans could cultivate more land, grow crops more efficiently, and ensure reliable food supplies. Evidence suggests that communities in permanently settled areas may have already been using bows and specialized tools for hunting small game. Over time, as they remained in one region, they likely depleted the larger game, leading them to focus on hunting smaller animals to sustain their meat supply. This adaptation allowed them to survive and thrive in their local environments, gradually shaping their hunting practices and around the available wildlife. Grains like wheat and barley were ground using stone tools to create flour for flatbreads and porridge. Early cooks baked on hot stones, roasted grains, or boiled them in pots. The introduction of pottery revolutionized cooking, allowing for stews and soups, making diets richer and more versatile. This leap in food processing shaped how early communities nourished themselves, transforming their daily lives with more advanced, adaptable meals. Imagine the first time a simple grain became a hearty stew, truly a game changer. As permanent settlements emerged, early communities saw a transformation in their social structure. With stable food sources, people began to specialize in different roles. Some became farmers, others craftsmen or leaders. Gender roles shifted, and social hierarchies took shape, with leaders and elites gaining power. This newfound organization allowed for larger, more complex communities, where cooperation and specialization drove progress. It wasn't just survival anymore, it was the birth of society as we know it. Imagine how those first hierarchies and roles began to form. Everything we once knew has changed. As food production surged, so did population growth. More people meant more hands for labor, but also new challenges, crowded living conditions, changes in health, and strain on the environment. Communities expanded, and social dynamics shifted, with larger populations driving innovation and cooperation, but also conflict over resources. With the rise of agriculture came groundbreaking technological innovations that transformed daily life. Tools like plows made farming more efficient, while pottery allowed for better food storage and cooking. Weaving techniques advanced, creating textiles that revolutionized clothing and trade. These innovations didn't just make tasks easier, they reshaped entire communities, enabling specialization and new forms of craftsmanship. Agriculture flourished, trade networks sprang to life, connecting communities like never before. Surpluses in food allowed for specialization. Farmers focused on crops while artisans crafted tools and textiles. Early markets emerged, buzzing with exchanges and opportunities. This interconnectivity fueled innovation and collaboration, transforming simple villages into vibrant hubs of commerce and culture. As societies grew, so did the richness of culture. With the rise of agriculture came the birth of religious beliefs, art, and social institutions that shaped identities and values. Communities established governance and laws, creating order in a rapidly changing world. Temples and artistic expressions flourished, reflecting the aspirations and stories of these early civilizations. This groundbreaking agricultural shift ignited a wave of innovations that set the stage for the Bronze Age and urban growth. So many incredible stories from our ancient past remain untold. Your subscription and support will help me share these stories with you as soon as possible.